My glasses are. Funky. Where is my server? My stream. Oh, there it is. Oh, my mic is doing the funky again. Hello, hello, welcome to hiveswap. You get to hear me do shitty voices. After I just shared everything in places. Vibe to the music, so there's other places to share. Alrighty, your audio's good, a little quiet, but good. It's supposed to be quiet. Also, I wasn't talking. Alright. Fair warning to those who have headaches and flashy lights. Oh dear. Time to do horrible voices for characters I don't even know. You have crash landed on a planet called Alternia, staggered from the smoldering wreckage of your ship. You are now completely alone in a strange world, desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly a bit of medical attention. But most of all, you are desperate for friendship. Won't someone on this godforsaken rock be your buddy? Any word I will do. You're not that picky. Hang on. What's this now? Is someone approaching? Alright, hot dog man or spider woman. We're gonna go with hot dog man. Okay, settings. Yes, someone is approaching. A stray, gray-skinned alien with a cozy vest. Perhaps they'll make for a good friend? What is it with the jazz? Alright. know how to do his voice. Other than his fucking horns look like sausages. What's up? Oof. Hang on, sorry. I didn't get a look at you before I started talking. I guess you're really weird looking. Kind of uncomfortable about this. Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in need of some medical treatment. You are also really lonely, and you wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Hold on, I'm fixing a few things. Whoop. Go. Hungry, huh? I see what your game is. You aren't sure what he's talking about. Then your eyes drift towards the obvious target, the exquisite hot dog he's holding. Sorry. It looks really, really good. Your mouth starts watering noticeably. No! I knew it! You're just like all the rest. Your agenda is to have me relinquish my delicacy. Well, forget it. I've been tricked out of 2 other oblong meat products this week already. I know you probably think I'm an easy mark due to my blood color, but I still have some dignity at least. You don't know anything about his blood color, or why it would matter in this conversation about his hot dog. You're hungry, sure, but you didn't mean to cast a threatening gaze at his meal. All you really want is to make a new buddy, and you don't feel quite alone in this strange new world. I see. You just want a friend and not my sweet meat. Sorry, I get a little paranoid when I walk around with such delicacies in public. I hit that one too many times. These are odd ways to express the things he's saying. But it would be rude to point that out. Probably best to change the subject. Get this blossoming friendship move in the right direction. Ask if he lives nearby. Yeah, or I used to, I mean. My place was bombed by drones a while ago. Now I don't have a hive, but I'm making it work out here. I'm foraging for tasty things when I can. I've gotten pretty good at it. Talking people into giving me meat products, I mean. You quickly feel a sense of pity for your new friend. Although you had it rough, crash landing here, hungry and friendless. Come to think about it, it feels like your arm is broken. Your ribs too, maybe, but enough self-pity. This is about making a great new friend. You ask your friend if there's anything you can do to improve his life. Oh, wait. Are we friends now? Like, is that official? Man, I don't know. Why don't we slow it down a bit and see how things go? Not saying it's out of the question. I just think I should take some time to see if you're actually friendship material. Someone I trust, not another looky-loo gunning for my delicacy. Damn. You got over your skis again, of course. He's right. This is totally reasonable. You feel like you can do whatever it takes to win it over. You make a mental note to avoid mentioning his hot dog, since it seems to be such a sensitive subject. You do everything in your power to avert your gaze from the hot dog. You are aggressively not looking at it. In fact, you don't think hot dog thoughts. Don't think hot dog thoughts. It's working. You aren't thinking about hot dogs at all. No, it's like he isn't even holding one. And no one ever brought up the fact that hot dogs exist. He seems to notice, on some prior level, your current non-hot dog mindset. He smiles. You pay close attention to the boy's face. It's a nice smile he has, actually. Very kind, disarming, a few freckles here and there, a moppy mess of hair draping over his eyes. What a nice friend this would be to have, you think. He's kind of adorable, really, if you disregard his prickly attitude about the hot dog. Okay, wait a minute. You don't want to start thinking thoughts that are too friendly. You should dial it down a little. Stick to the basics. You just want a cool new friend. Nothing more. You should try to spark up some non-meat related conversations soon, before things get awkward. You wonder about his house. It got bombed? Yeah, Routine drill passed through my hood. A little bombing, a little calling. how it goes around here. I was a lucky one. My Lucis, not so much. He's a goner. Oh, he's crying. You don't know what a Lucis is, but you can deduce it was someone important to him, who probably died in the bombing. Rather than overwhelm him with annoying questions about his culture, you decide to play it right. It's a place to show some sensitivity. Thanks. I miss him. Sometimes I think I enjoy savory bun delights as a way of covering up the pain. They're so good it's hard to stop. Also, I favored the juicy meats before he died anyway. It's something we did together. How did we start talking about my hot dog once more? Let's drop it. Please do. Don't bring it up again. You didn't bring it up. You didn't want to correct him. The boy is clearly grieving. Hold on a second. Can't drink the water. You see 2 faint red tears roll down his cheeks from behind the messy bangs. Your heart can't take it. You have to console this homeless boy somehow. Then he'll definitely be your friend. But what to do? You keep it simple. A pat on the back a couple times. Everything's going to be okay. Since you're his new friend, everything's going to be okay. Since you're his new friend, or at least working towards earning that status, he has a new ally to help him with whatever comes his way. He wipes his tear. He appears to get himself back together. Your friendly gesture worked. You're right. I shouldn't let the past get me down. In a way, I'm free. I'm off the grid. They probably think I died. No need to worry about knocks on my door because I don't have a door anymore. Maybe I can live off the land for the rest of my life. Scrounging for sumptuous indulgences wherever I may find them. By rummaging up through awful drums and smooth talking the right mark. Sounds like the life, honestly. I'll miss my Lucis, but I think he'd be proud of me. If I can make it without him, if I can survive on my own, I know he'd be proud. Maybe I don't even need to leave the planet. Maybe I can avoid taking the ordeals altogether. Can't test who you can't find. And if I play my cards right, I could probably live to the ripe old age on this planet without getting caught. Like hiding in alleyways and sewers, scraping together just enough succulent proteins to keep myself going. Honestly, I don't even need to get by that long, since I have a much shorter lifespan than most trolls. So I think I might be able just to make this work. You look confused at the last remark, but again, you don't want to be impolite. He holds up his hand as not to bother. I can tell you're not from here. It's okay. Rust bloods don't live a long time. Blood class is much higher than me. Live progressively longer the higher up you go. Sea dwellers basically live forever. It kind of seems crazy and unfair, but that's how it is. I'd be jealous of them, but I think I'm not. I'm almost grateful. I don't have very long to make it in this world. I don't know what I'd do if I had longer. I'm just happy to settle into a nice short ride, keep a low profile, take in some good meat along the way. Nothing wrong with that life, if you ask me. You understand, it seems like a tragic story, but if your friend has made peace with his destiny, you might as well too. You offer a sympathetic shrug, continue on your impressive streak of consecutive seconds, not looking at all at his hot dog at all. He smiles again. He seems to be relaxing. You're gripping on the hot dog a little less tightly. That's good. You know, you're good at listening. Not many people understand me at all. A lot of people find my overly possessive attitude towards meaty delight to be strange and off-putting. I've heard this more than once, lost some friends that way. Whew. There are some past personal dramas I do not want to think about, let me tell you. But you're different. Maybe you put me at ease because it's obviously you're lower than me? No offense, but you are. Drones could vaporize hornless goof like you, no questions asked. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. You laugh it off. You're not scared. You say, you survive much more if you pat your broken ribs and wince. You clutch your sore ribs with your broken arm and wince even harder because of that. Oh man, looks like that arm hurts, huh? Guess it's broken. Let's see what we can do about that. Here, hold this a second. He hands you the hot dog without hesitation. Oh, wow, he wants you to hold it? This is such a remarkable gesture of trust. You're overwhelmed. You gingerly take the hot dog with your good arm, being very careful. You hold the hot dog beneath your fingertips as it is a priceless, delicate treasure. He takes off his vest, puts it on the ground. He takes off his shirt. You avert your eyes for a moment, then realize that's silly. Nothing in particularly indecent about this, you suppose. If he's comfortable, so are you. He then puts his vest back on, takes the hot dog back from you, and hands you the shirt. Here, make a sling out of it. That should help. He's right. It does help. Your broken arm is a lot more comfortable and secure. The shirt smells like meat, too. You can't tell if it's weird. If you think it's a bonus or it's weird. You decide it's a bonus. This is your new friend. He loves me, and so do you. It is your greatest common interest, in fact. Nice. You know, I think we make a pretty good team. I don't know if I'm ready to officially call you my friend yet, but I may be getting close. You're pushing all the right buttons, man. Just being by someone who listens and understands. You have no idea how much that means to me. You're so happy to hear this. It makes your heart sing. Well, if you're keeping it totally real, some of these things he's saying are just a little strange. Like maybe this boy wasn't really socialized properly by his Lucis, you guess? You think that it might be his dad, but then again, you don't dare ask. Not when the positive feelings are flowing like this. Why kill the moon? He gets a little closer. Swoops a hand through his thick black bangs. For the briefest moments, you catch a glimpse of one of his eyes, regarding you fondly. Your heart beats a little faster. He puts a hand on your shoulder. You're starting to wonder if all he's interested in is his friendship. You're hoping that's all he wants. You don't think you're ready for anything more than that. You're desperate for friendship, or really companionship of any sort, but that's moving pretty fast for you. But you're too nervous to make your feelings clear on all of this. If he goes any further, you're not sure what you'll do. If you'll have to protest. You look at cookies. Listen, dude. This gorgeous meat product, we both admire. I'm thinking, maybe we share it? I think that sounds good, actually. Oh my, yes, that sounds wonderful. You're so hungry, and you're beside yourself with gratitude. The Diamond? We're gonna call him Diamond. Diamond is willing to share with you, so precious to him. It really means a lot. Here, I have an idea. He brings his face close to yours. He holds the hot dog up between your faces, both ends of the hot dog pointing into his mouth and yours. You're not sure what he wants. You can't find the breath to ask. It seems like he wants you to eat the hot dog with him, Lady in the Tramp style. Okay, wow. This is different than I thought it would be. Yes, if pressed on, you'd agree that the act is uncomfortably erotic. But you have to admit, it is a good way to share a food item, while ensuring it gets split about evenly. You absolutely loathe the idea of letting a friend down. It's completely at odds with your values as a person. You chomp down on your end of the hot dog, as he does with his end simultaneously. Holy shit, that is so good. You take another bite. He times his bite perfectly. He's eerily good at this game, but is throwing off your chewing a little bit, which makes you cough a little when you swallow. But you don't feel like you could cause without breaking eating rhythm with him. What might be what a bad friend would do. You keep going without quite swallowing as you get closer to his face, which is creating an intimate situation. You aren't sure how you're going to handle it. You haven't planned for it, and it's coming up fast. The hot dog backlog is collecting in your throat. It is getting a bit too heavy to swallow. But a bit too heavy, so you try to swallow, but you can't. You gag and cough up all the chewed hot dog batter explosively onto his face. He recoils, absolutely stunned. His bangs are blown back. He's staring at you with wide eyes. Hot dog and bun bits are all over his face. He says nothing for a moment, puts his hands onto his throat. Oh fuck, he's choking. He points at his mouth desperately. You need to do something. The Heimlich. Of course, that's what you need to do. You need to save your friend's life. You get behind him and put your good arm around his belly and form a fist. You plunge the fist under his ribs, trying to dislodge his emaciated delicacy. It's no use. You can't get any leverage. You need your other arm. It really hurts though, but you'll make the sacrifice for your friend. A friend. Yes, a friend who may have just tried to trick you into kissing him with a silly hot dog stunt. Oh god, it's a lot of talking. You're not sure how you'll navigate, but that is a tricky subject once he's breathing again. You'll deal with that later. Right now, you have a life to save. You'll pull your broken arm out of its sling, and you grab your other fist in front of his belly and squeeze. Oh, you try and try. His face is turning, well, not blue. Deep red? You guess because his blood is rust-colored. Sure, that makes sense. You yank one more time, your broken arm throbbing in pain. Fuck did he go? A huge gob of chewed hot dog launches out of his mouth like a cannonball. The explosion creates enough force in the other direction that it causes you actually to lift him up into the air and suplex him into the mud behind you. You in turn go tumbling over him. The two of you are soon locked into an inseparable pinwheel of interspecies downhill mayhem. You roll and roll down the grassy incline towards the nearby neighborhood, towards the street. Luckily, you stop just... But Damien, luckily you stopped short just to the street. But Damien's neck lands just right on the sharp edge of the curb after flipping in the air once or twice. You come down with his face with your big ass. You hear a crack. Damien? You slap his cheek a little. No response. He's not breathing. You checked his mouth, throat, clear of hot dog debris. Oh god, this can't be happening. You look around panicked. This isn't what you need right now. All you wanted was a friend. You can't be you can't be held responsible for alien murder. What's wrong? Hello, Jackson. Was not given prior notice of the stream. I assumed you were at work, so I did not give you prior notice to the stream. Zero out of 10 running the stream. Hold on, I mean these. See a couple of kids creeping out of the nearby houses to see where all the commotion is. There's no time. You gotta find a bush or something. There, over there, looks like a little alien bushy thingy. It's pretty small, but it'll have to do. You drag the vested, shirtless carcass over to the bush. You dump the body in the bush, and it's really not convincing. It looked like a dead kid was unceremoniously dropped on top of a small bush in a poor attempt to conceal a murder. You got to come up with a better... Wait a minute, someone is standing behind you. Hello, stranger. Don't worry about this little mess you've made. I'll take care of it for you. I've killed him. I got the bad ending. We're gonna skip through this for a minute. I'm gonna go back to this little dude. I'm gonna go eat his hot dog. What? Oh! I didn't know. Where are my pants?
I don't know.
Sorry, I needed a drink of water. Ask him if you can have a bite of his hot dog. It looks amazing. Forget it. I'm leaving forever. Bye! Disrespectful. So it looks like he only has 2 endings. So I guess I have to start the next one with her. Radata. Crimea. Hold on a sec. Yes, someone is approaching. A strange. Maybe. Yes, a someone is approaching. A strange, gray-skinned alien clad in blue. Perhaps they'll make for a good friend? Dear God. And just what are you supposed to be? I do apologize for my lisp, guys. Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry, probably in need of some medical treatment. You are also really lonely, and you wouldn't mind making a new friend about now. Oh my. Oh my God, she has an evil laugh. Oh, how funny this is. Very droll. How funny this is. How very droll. You want to be my friend? It's too much. This thing at my doorstep, wishing to know me in any capacity. The hilarity somehow escapes my ability to capture with a maniacal laughter. How rare. You apologize for your presumptuous request. You hang your head, you turn around and begin to walk up. And just what the fuck do you think you're doing? Who invited you to leave? You stop in your tracks obediently.
Oh no. I just realized she's a blue blood.
Vriska's blue blood. You turn to face her again. Your possibly broken ribs are throbbing in pain. But this does not strike you as the right moment to exhibit weakness. It dawns on me that you may have gotten the wrong Saunterpod. Where are my manners? Ghastly behavior on my part. Oh, God. After all, this isn't your fault. You seem to be some sort of hideous freak, is it? And such a tragic creature cannot be held responsible for such a devastating shortfall of social competence. I would weep for you, really, except that the crying my 3 out of 3 eyes at once gets a bit messy. So instead, I think I'll be saving my tears for someone less offensively worthless. The cough ASMR win. Never! You aren't sure if she's inviting you inside, or if she just got you to stay a little longer so she can insult you some more. You try to remain You try to remain static while your confrontational new friends decide what to do with you. Unfortunately, you sniffle less slightly. Oh my dear. Oh dear. You're sad? So amusing, mildly endearing even.
Perhaps I'll decide later if it's endearing. Once I have more information, it is entirely possible I will retroactively decide it's disgusting. But for now, try to put yourself at ease. You completely pitiful fool. Not one more sniffle. Do you understand? You nod, while practicing exemplary control over your nose. You have gotten yourself so agitated. I wonder why. You have nothing to worry about from me. Of course, I will be your friend, conditionally. I mean, there is a chance that designation will be formalized if you behave in ways that I approve of, starting now. Let's call it a friendship in progress. Agree? Your heart swells. This is what you've been waiting for. A new friend! Oh gosh! All you have to do now is try not to fuck anything up at all, possibly for many hours. Come into my hive. This way, after me. You look like you could use nourishment. I don't know what it is. Whatever you are eats. Generally, it doesn't matter. You will eat whatever it is I have on hand, if I tell you to. How does that sound? What? How does it sound? Sounds... You see what?
Oh my god.
Obviously, it sounds good. You will definitely enjoy it. You will enjoy everything I provide you with and tell you what to do. I can't imagine any sort of negativity or disagreement coming from one of my friends. I will assume that we will share this philosophy when it comes to friendship. You say, oh yes, absolutely. You nod as enthusiastically as you can without aggravating your broken ribs. You consider giving her up a thumbs up as well, until you realize one of your arms is probably broken. You try to make sure she doesn't notice it though. It'll probably leave a bad impression. Come with me. There is something I need your help with. I don't like her hive. You follow her into her hive. It's a bit gloomy in here. You suppose she's going to fix you something to eat soon, as promised. You pass through her kitchen and out to the other side to another room. Okay, you guys dinner can wait. This way, try not to let any of your broken limbs slow you down. A good friend wouldn't... Wait, who has one? I don't know. A good friend wouldn't allow such trifling physical ailments to cause me any inconvenience. Oh, so you guess she does know you're injured, but... Oh, so you guess she does know you're injured. Fair enough. You hobble a little faster through another door into a much darker room, and now down a flight of stairs? It's so hard to see. There are torches among the wall ahead. A monstrous noise rumbles below. Don't mind her. She's just hungry. She's always hungry, though. What's that? You're hungry too? I have not forgotten. What sort of piece of shit friend do you take me for? You didn't remind her that you're hungry. Though, you thought it though. Can she read your mind? You hope not. This is going to make this friendship progress a bit awkward. Here we are. This is where you'll be most useful to me as a friend. I do not. You look around with a sense of relief. You see no sign of whatever hungry thing was grumbling down there. You are less relieved to see several other kids trapped in a cage of various shapes and sizes. Oh my god, he didn't do it! One of them makes eye contact with you. The boy is the same kind of alien as her, horns and all. He has a dark red symbol on his shirt. His expression seems to plead with you. He struggles to say, heh, oh, your new friend. Looks unamused and twitches his finger. Help low, he says. Help low? By which mean, I mean hello, of course. Looks like a new friend in progress, chosen by the great and beautiful Ardana. She is my savior, the reason for my being, and I am nothing without her. I'd hollow myself out and let her make a nest inside of me if she'd permit it. Oh my god, no! You turn away from this boy. You don't want to hear anything he has to say ever again. Don't mind him. He's always regarded himself as a comedian. Come, over here. This is what I need your help with. If you're going to have any value to me as a friend. You're led to a dark corner of this, well, you're going to call it like you see it, this dungeon. Your new friend has a dungeon full of sad, suffering children, and presumably a monster lurking somewhere in here as well. It is not ideal. But then again, social beggars like you cannot be choosers. I've been having an awful time with it. You can do it for me. It will save me time. Yeah, you look at the thing in question. You doubt she's been having an awful time with it. You doubt because it's still in the box, completely untouched since it was brought down here. It's a box containing a table? A table that looks ominously like it was designed to keep a person strapped to its surface. I'm so glad I'm not monetized. I will need you to assemble it. Here's a screwdriver in case you need it. I will assume the other required tools are contained within the box. You take the screwdriver with your unbroken arm.
Maybe. You don't know my guilty pleasure game, so ha!
You take the screwdriver in your non-broken arm. This isn't exactly what you had in mind. You don't know what you had in mind, really. A warm meal, friendly banter, perhaps a sling for your broken arm, and a remedial balm for your ribs. Still, you open the box without protest. Hold on. Before you start, this will make for excellent content. My fans will appreciate this. Oh my god, she's a fucking porn star. I'm not scrimping! Leave me alone! She sets up a video recording device on a tripod and points it at you. The video feed comes to life on several monitors just behind you. You see one in the corner of the screen, an unflattering angle of your torso hunched over the furniture box. The other rectangular shot contains the other kids around the room. Suppose the cameras are pointing at him too. You had no idea this friendship came with the perk of instant startup. Now you may begin. She's suddenly sitting in a comfortable looking chair facing you and is holding a chalice, switching around some viscous liquid it contains. You have all the parts spread out on the floor, organized in accordance to the labels and the instructions. You try to remember the last time you assembled something like this. You don't recall enjoying it. To be perfectly honest, it doesn't look like it's fun at all. She frowns conspicuously. Oh, how sad for you. I'm sorry. Is this activity not to your liking? You reassure her vigorously that, no, it looks amazing. You love shit like this. That is what you were born to do, you say. You swoosh the screwdriver around, demonstrating your plainly evident skill with the tool. Forgetting the thing you just thought, completely arbitrary and wrong thoughts pop into your head all the time. It means nothing, you swear. Yes, I hear that a lot. Continue. You open the little bag full of screws. Jesus, what are like 50 screws in this thing? Where can most of these screws possibly grow? Judging from the picture, the table doesn't really seem that complicated. You look at your screwdrivers, then every single one requires an alien wrench. Does this even come with an alien wrench? The instructions seem to suggest it does. You look around but don't see one. Did you open the bag too forcefully? Did the alien wrench go bouncing off into the dark dungeon crevice nearby? Maybe you lost some screws too. Damn it. You begin to sweat. And look around nervously. You check underneath one of the parts. No, it's not there. You grip the screwdriver a little tighter. I wonder what you do next. Oh well, I'm finishing off my beat. wonder what to do next. You decide it would be best not to complain about the missing alley.
My guilty pleasure game was free, and it is banned on YouTube.
You decide it would be best not to complain about the missing Allen wrench. Your friend would probably just consider it bad form. You probably make do. You'll just make do and twist in all the screws by hand the best you can. Oh, I just skipped past. Your broken arm isn't making it any easier. You favor the other one, make you prop the pieces in the fridge, leaning against each other while you nudge them into position. So the screw holes align. It is really frustrating work, and you are not going to lie. As you are twisting in the first screw, the grooves slip and the screw gets stuck. Now that you've already tuned it too tight, now it is hard to...
Only cans.
Now it is hard to get it out. You twist and reverse harder. Your fingers slip and the table pieces start to slide. They're going to fall. You react to catch them, but it is too late. The heavier piece tips over and slams into you in the broken ribs on the way to the floor. It hits the floor with a bang. The stuck screw pops out and goes bouncing 10 or 15 feet away, settling deep underneath a piece of dungeon furniture. God, you're probably going to need to get that. You hear a light chuckle. Good. Good. She takes another sip from her chalice and settles more comfortably into her chair. Is she enjoying this? You think she's enjoying watching you struggle to put this stupid thing together, maybe a little too much. Nevertheless, you continue. A friend is a friend. And you don't like to let your friends down. You've committed yourself to this project. You will get that screw out from...
Only cans.
You will get the screw out from under there in a bit later. Maybe when you need the final screw, you turn attention back to the table pieces. And try a different strategy. You place the biggest part on the floor. You place the biggest part on the table platform flat on the floor. The legs will be pointing upward if they are attached. You position one leg in the right spot.
Yes, only cans. Hello, luck. I knew you were here.
No. You position one leg in the right spot, in alignment with the holes. Sit on the table platform. Steady the leg with your feet. You grab another screw and concentrate. She sounds so pleased. It's strange, you admit, for watching this sort of activity to try to make someone so happy. But you also have to admit taking certain pride in it. It is wonderful, actually, to feel useful, wanted, important even, if only somewhat mentally, to a great new friend that has discovered a way of your talents to improve her life. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice... Yeah, you lurk always. You're lurking in the Pixel Fam chat, too. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice one of the cage kids reaching out with his hand. He's concentrating. And then you notice the screw you lost slowly slide out of place from underneath its hiding place. Nice. Pav, you're a bottom.
Pav, you get kidnapped by a creepy dominatrix. Nice, everyone's working like a team down here. Ardata does not look at the kid, but sneers a bit. She reaches toward him, and he appears to have trouble breathing. After a moment, you notice the screw slowly slides back onto the thing. She releases him from his breathing problem, and resumes her pleasant expression, and takes another sip from the chalice. You guess that was against the rules? You decide to make note of it. Your friend runs a tight ship down here. You respect that. About an hour later, you have all four legs on, and some other accoutrements attached. You wrestle mightily with the thing to get it up right, using only your good arm. She seems to have forgotten about the final missing screw. You doubt the table needs it. You decide you won't bring it up unless... Sounds like a good dream. It does. I hope you have really weird dreams tonight, Luck. You doubt the table needs it. You decide you won't bring it up if she won't. You give it a test. It's still pretty wobbly since you weren't able to tighten the screws with your bare fingers. But again, she doesn't seem to mind. Diamond's like, behave. You give it a test. It's pretty wobbly since you were only able to tighten the screws with your bare fingers. But, again, she doesn't seem to mind. She reclines. She has a look on her face, which makes her appear absolutely enamored with your handiwork. She has finished her drink. The chalice on the side table. Some awful-looking thing crawls along the floor towards her. It looks like some sort of spider, the size of an average dog. Its abdomen is prosperously large. Actually, you think it's a huge chick. That's what it looks like. It settles in front of her. She puts her legs on top of it and crosses them. It settles under their weight and grumbles. Let's try it out, shall we? You shrug and Wow. And sit down on the rather rickety table. You're about to lie down, but then she interrupts you. No. You fool. You absolute fool. What do you think you're doing? That's not what I meant. Get up. You stand up, embarrassed. Again, without looking at the caged kid, she raised an arm towards him and beckoned. He stares blankly and opens his own cage, which apparently wasn't locked. He shuffles over vacantly to you and lies down on its surface. She looks at you expectantly. You don't know, or you aren't sure what to do. What? You didn't think I'd be playing table stickball on that thing, would you? You aren't sure what table stickball is. Oh, you really are pretty simple, aren't you? It's like a miniature version of a Rita's stickball, played on a table. Got it? You don't, but you nod. No, go to... You shackle the kid's arms and legs to the table, since it seems to be the right thing to do. Since the thing comes fitted with shackles, she gets up and lifts up her huge tick-like pet. It makes more grumpy noises. She plops the enormous thing right down on the kid's chest. He renders unable to protest. Ow. The tick bites the boy's neck and begins to feed. She smiles and pats its swelling abdomen. The dark rust-colored blood dribbles from the place where it is attached to the boy's neck. Moments go by while she looks gratified by the process. Proud, almost, she looks at you expectantly. Well? You don't know what she means. The final screw. Aren't you going to retrieve it and screw it into wherever it needs to go? The job isn't done. The job isn't done. I don't keep the company of many individuals who leaves things unfinished, you know? Of course. What were you thinking? You should have known your friend wouldn't let that go unnoticed. Actually, you feel like an idiot for thinking it would. You stoop very low to the ground, on your knees, placing your cheek just above the floor. You peer under the large edifice. It's dark in there, and it goes back a ways. There's lots of room for that darn little screw to roll. You take a few pitiful swipes with your good arm, but come up empty. Come up empty. It must be further back. You think you can see it? Yeah, that must be it. Just a little further. You have an idea. A tool will be helpful. Guess the screwdriver will come in handy after all. How did she know? Your new friend must be very wise. You're liking her more every minute. You grab the screwdriver and feel around with it. Yes, you got it. You think. You carefully scrape it closer to you and then pick it up. You grab it and you go back to the table and find the remaining hole left unscrewed. In a cocoon.
The table is creaking and wobbly quite a bit now. This tick is really getting to its dinner, it seems. All the loose screws on the table have added up and given leeway in a pool floating. I'm so glad that my chat can entertain itself. Well, I tell them stories. All the loose screws on the table seem to have added up a lot to a lot of given leeway in the overall stability of the furniture. Maybe the final screw will help. Our Dada has returned to the setup with the monitor. She is adjusting some on the feed, settings on the feed, controlling the zoom with the cameras, and typing some remarks into a chat window. This is very good material today. It's not often I can provide this content of this caliber to my subscribers. Go on, complete your project. This will be very good. You still think it's weird that she likes watching you put furniture together so much. Let's revolt. No, don't revolt because luck will be down for that. You think it's weird that she likes watching you put furniture together so much. You're not one to judge friends. It sounds like a great way to lose friends, honestly. You screw the final screw. But the stresses on the table are causing the holes to be misaligned. This won't be easy. A huge tick shifts its grotesque body. Viva la oh my god, no! I will have Diamond put you all in timeout! I am indeed down for that. I told you! Nobody believes me! The huge tick shifts its grotesque body above you, causing the table to creak loudly. You nervously slide halfway out from under the table to check it out. Then a loud pop. The sound of scraping metal, 6 or 7 screws shoot out of the desk like it rivets in a sinking submarine. What piece of shit this thing is. You think it's a little too late. You really needed that Allen wrench. All 4 legs splay dramatically underneath it at once, like a baby deer on ice. The table platform comes crashing down on your lower torso, breaking your pelvis. You bellow in pain and fail to pull yourself out. I didn't say I was putting you in timeout. I was just saying if the revolution started, I would put you in timeout, yes. But I'm not going to. You forget that you're still holding the screwdriver. In desperate flailing, you plunge the screwdriver into the fat abdomen of the tick, which begins gushing rust blood out with great force, spraying your entire upper body in space. The beast starts thrashing wildly and screaming. You can't see your new friend due to the blood in your eyes, but you can't imagine she throws what was going on here. Your annihilated pelvis is in perfect agony. You have to get out your miserable out from underneath this table. You have an idea. With a broken arm, you start slapping the big ass of the screaming tick while yelling "Yeehaw!" and clutch that screwdriver in your other hand hard. The blood-gushing monster starts kicking and rearing and then blasts off across the dungeon floor like a pig in a rodeo. Oh my god! Now Luke's gonna start a revolution. You hold on for dear life. It's still blind, but your plan works. You've been pulled out from underneath the tomb. You've spent the last hour constructing for yourself. Your pelvis is in ruins, but at least now you're free now and riding it like the wind. You and the blood-spewing tick go tearing around the room, crashing into stuff. You hear a boy crying. You guess Artada became distracted enough by your foolish display to cease her paralyzation method on him. Maybe distracted is the wrong word. Maybe she's disappointed by your foolishness. God, oh god, you must be blowing it right now. The tick swerves suddenly and starts running up the stairs. Ow, ow, ow. Your brittle pelvis feels every step on the way up. It careens through the rest of the hive, crashes through the front door, and comes to a sudden halt. You're catapulted violently over its backside and sail 50 yards through the air. You land on your ass and wipe the blood from your eyes. Okay, this is embarrassing. Oh my god. Okay, this was embarrassing, but everyone makes mistake, right? You still can salvage this friendship. You know you can. You turn back and look at her hive. Ardata is standing in her doorway with a furious look on her face. She is flipping you off. You will not be my friend. Rejection. Wait.
Why are you my guitarist, my drummer, and my singer?
I don't know, because I can do all three. Hold on, I will be right back. I have to do something. Forgot to unmute. I'm back! Damn luck, we should try again. I own all the volumes. It's telling me I don't. I actually have to go in order this one. Alright, I think we have enough time for one more. Trying to get the right ending on.
One of them?
On one of them.
Let them pick which one.
Alright. Left or right. And I'm gonna speed run a good ending. They haven't decided. I don't know if they're going to decide.
I'll make 4 people.
Diamond, left or right? Okay. One little hot dog boy. him talking about his hot dog. Okay, ask if he lives nearby. And he's foraging for tasty things and making people feel bad for him because he wants his meat products. Juicy meats. How about we start talking about my
Hot dog once more.
Okay, let's give him a hug. Dude, my dog! You scramble to get up in time. You're hoping you're not as owned as it looks. Your feet keep slipping and your butt keeps grinding the hot dog into the mud. When the carnage finally subsides, you roll over to check it out. It is completely unsalvageable. Just a gross, meaty mud mash. Looks like the hot dog never existed. Damien howls in agony, slumps backwards toward against the tree. Oh, you fucked this up, man. That's it, man. I lost everything. Not sure what the point of even living is anymore. You're absolutely mortified by your clumsiness and foolishness. You have a feeling you're thinking about this years to come. During those insecure moments in your mind when you seem to be looking for an excuse to make yourself cringe with self-doubt and shame. Still, you can't help but feel this guy is just being a little unreasonable. It's just one hot dog. There are probably plenty more of those to come by. For those who don't know, look in this strange world. He himself said he has a habit of enjoying these. They all can't be that uncommon. Maybe it's just an unusual psychological disorder surrounding a fixation with this particular food item. Yes, that could be it. Poor guy. This just means he needs your support as a friend all more, and you won't give up on your friends, or for that matter, people you're trying to desperately become friends with. That just isn't who you are as a person. You have an idea. You run it past him with a sense of optimism and salesmanship. The past is behind you. There is no need to wallow in self-incrimination and guilty over the hot dog incident. Damien perks up a little. You want to help me get another
Hot dog.
Absolutely. This could be a fun adventure, you said. Something to bond over. To bring two new buddies closer together. Okay, you don't say that out loud, but you really hope it's true. I don't know. Could be a long shot. Sometimes it can be days before I'm united with another
Plump treat.
glistening with perspiration. You're steaming, relaxing comfortably and loaf amount in your mouth. Loaf. Damn. Now I really want a hot dog. I guess I don't have much choice but to take you up on your offer, do I? What do you have in mind? That's a good question. You haven't made a plan yet. Frankly, don't even know where to begin, but he's interested in spending more time with you, which is an important thing. You'll figure something out. I'll leave the sneakers to Joe. He's definitely intrigued. You've got him hooked. Now, you'd think. He's probably wondering if you hit the pay dirt, finding a new friend with the hot dog hookup. My throat's gonna be wrecked after this. Of course, you don't have the slightest idea where to find a hot dog, but you've got to admit you're enjoying the feeling of being important and valued by a potential friend. You don't want anything underhanded, yet you can't help but feel you should probably milk this social gambit for all it's worth. This way, you say, as you begin marching confidently in a random direction. He's obediently following. You begin to feel nervous almost immediately. You have absolutely no idea how this is going to play out, if any stand and a chance of resulting in a hot dog by the end of the game. Oh well, you'll figure something out along the way. You lead him through streets, winding through yards and strange-looking houses, and he follows. He takes care to make sure you both are not seen, which could get you both in trouble. Apparently, the improvised circuitous route appears to provoke suspicion. Dude, are you sure you know where a dog is? It seems maybe you're lost. Oh, absolutely. You are sure you know where to find what you say. You're just throwing anyone off the trail who might have been following you. He nods solemnly, as if it makes perfect sense. Phew. You can't keep him guessing like this forever. You've got to do something. Take some bold action and keep his interest in the Wiener quest. Wiener quest. You say this way, down here, this is a shortcut to the hot dog supply you're privy to. It's the mother lode. In the sewer? Yes, totally. Just a short trek through the sewer. Shouldn't be more than an hour, or several, of sewers trudging. That is, if he still has the will to do what it takes to get his hands on more juicy dogs. Oh, hell yeah, you know it. After you, man. An hour later, you're so deep in sewer that you lost all bearings and sense of direction. You could be anywhere by now. You've taken so many crazy turns. Still, you don't let up for a second that you're lost. You've made each turn with decisive conviction. He's still following you, but now he's having trouble keeping up. He's out of breath, struggling with the foul smell. You can't say you're enjoying it much either, but you can't let it factor on that you're doing now is any other than the most casual routine for you. You do this every day. Just a quick jaunt through the sewer to hit up this vast mythical trove of meat products. Okay, when you put it that way, maybe this is all a bit insane. You're still too deep to second guess yourself now. Wow, I can't speak. Hey, I gotta stop and rest. I can't lie, I'm starving for a heavenly frankfurter, but this might be too much for me. I don't think I'm cut out for this. You pause, look back. He's sitting down now, slumping against a filthy sewer wall. You're insensibly relieved to see you may have just won the impromptu game of sewer hot dog chicken. More importantly than that, this is an ideal to show time for sympathetic bonding moment with your would-be friend. You sit next to him with your broken arm, put a hand on his knee in a platonic but deeply understanding way. Your arm hurts when you do this, but it's worth it. Every little gesture counts in making a new friend. I kinda suck. My looseness is gone, I don't have any skills, and most people think I'm weird for liking hot dogs so much. I'm probably just gonna get cold. I'm not going on any adventures or doing anything hard. All I'm good at is finding an easy meal here and there, however I can get it. Like talking people out of their fine sausages, using tricks and other ploys which end up with me losing friends. It has been unthinkable that anyone would actually have to do anything nice for me and would want me to have that sweet, sweet meat I desire. At least was unthinkable until now. Your heart begins to rain. Could it be is the shitty improvising sewer escapade actually working? You can't believe it. Nobody has ever done so much or worked so hard to get my hands on another magnificent banger. I'm sorry for being emotional, but this is new for me. I don't know how to handle it. I'm just so grateful to be thrilled to call you friend, man. Whatever you are. You're overjoyed. Unbelievable. It's almost too good to be true. What now? Such a sudden turn of good fortune. You hardly know what to do. Should you hug the guy? Last time that didn't go so well, but this time he's not holding a hot dog for you clumsily to file. Maybe this is your moment. Wait. What's that? A deep rumbling echoes through the tunnels. Oh shit. They found us. A drone, dude. Most likely guest sewer duty. We gotta run. He gets up, grabs your hand, and sprints out. He's a lot faster than he looks when motivated to get moving. He turns this way, that way as the rumbling gets closer. But he slips on something, and you both tumble into a horrific sludge. Bro! I can't swim! Help! Your bad arm found purchases on the ledge. And as though it's very painful, you heroically savage your friend from the muck with the other arm. He coughs and gasps for breath. You find a nearby ladder and shove him upward until he starts climbing on his own. Follow him. You burst through a lid on the floor. You both flop out of the floor, drenched in filth, smelling horrible, completely exhausted. But at least you're safe, you think. Amen. I just want to know, even if we didn't find the glorious treasure you were leading us to, I'm happy about how it turned out. I don't need hot dogs in my life. Though, as I thought, maybe that's not the real treasure after all. It's been a journey for me, let me tell you. I'm learning so much about myself, about life, because of you. His bushy hair is slicked back from his eyes due to the sludge. He's giving you a penetrating, soulful gaze. A presumably pure friendship. Or is it deeper than that? Wow, this is intense. Something catches your eye. Something dangling. Lots of dangling things, actually. Come to think about it, it's really cold in here. Freezing, in fact. You finally realize, holy shit, you're in a weird alien meat locker. You're absolutely surrounded by dangling meat products, including including mini sausages. Thousands of them. You begin to sob. Your sobbing tune turns an unrestrained wailing of raw catharsis. He joins you. The tears flow freely from both of you. You embrace each other and let it all fall out. Suddenly it hits you, both of you. This is by far the happiest day of your life. Alright. I don't have an ending screen anymore, so. Alright. Well, that was hiveswap. I got to play through a few things. But, anyway. I hope y'all had fun. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I will see you all tomorrow. Maybe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye!